Hey guys, this is DJ, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about anxiety. So, this is going to play on my speech from last week, a little bit about stress, except this week I'm going to base it more on anxiety. So, I'm also going to have a question at the beginning of this one as well. Have you ever had your heart racing for no reason? Like something bad was going to happen, but nothing actually was. A lot of people call that stress, but it's actually anxiety. And today I want to talk to you about what anxiety actually is and what your brain is doing when it happens. For me, anxiety isn't just something that I've learned about, it's something that I've experienced. I got anxiety, my first anxiety attack when I was 12 years old. I don't remember why. I just remember that I felt very stressed out, nauseous. I couldn't stop shaking. I felt like I was going to cry, but nothing actually happened. I had my grandparents take me to the doctor to figure out what was wrong, and they pretty much told me that I had an eating disorder, and that actually was not the case. So they got me tested by a bunch of different people, and by the time I was 14, I officially got diagnosed with anxiety, and that turned into a severe diagnosis of anxiety because I lost 30 pounds in 1 week because of it. Anxiety isn't just in your head, it shows up in your physical body too. That's what I was just talking about. So if you're nauseous, you're shaking, you feel a sense of dread or panic that you just can't let go of, all of that's anxiety. You might feel your heart racing, your chest might get tight, your hands might get shaky or sweaty. You feel sick to your stomach. And mentally, it's like your brain just will not shut off. You overthink everything and expect the worst. Even small situations can feel overwhelming. I remember when I first got it, I would go out into public and immediately feel that sense of dread. I always wanted to be around people because if I was around people, my mind was constantly occupied and I wouldn't have that sense of dread like I would. Most of my panic attacks and anxiety attacks happened at night when I was by myself. Nobody could talk to me, and it was just me. It was very scary, especially being 12 years old, and I still struggle with that to this day. Part of my speech that I said last week, I was talking about how I had that severe panic attack because I was doing too much because of stress. That also goes hand in hand with anxiety and my panicking and stressing out and passing out. All of that leads back to anxiety and stress hand in hand. I want to talk to you a little bit about what anxiety actually is. There's a part of your brain that's called the amygdala, and it controls your fear response. It thinks you're in danger, and it triggers your fight or flight, which is the sense of dread that you are feeling if you've ever experienced this. That's your body getting ready to either run or react, even if there's no real danger. So, your heart that's racing, that's your body preparing to move. The overthinking, that's your brain trying to figure out what's wrong. Even the nausea or shaking, that's your body shutting down, even if it doesn't need to happen in that moment. You're still preparing to go into a fight. It's not just in your head, your body actually thinks you're in danger. According to neuroscientist Carrie Resler, the amygdala plays a major role in triggering anxiety and fear responses. And research by Alexander Etkin shows that in people with anxiety, this part of the brain can actually be more active than normal. That's why things like deep breathing or grounding can actually help, because you're calming your body down and basically telling your brain that you're safe. So, for a long time, anxiety felt random and out of control. And like I said, to this day, I still struggle with it. It's not something that I easily share with people because I don't want people to look down on me thinking that I just have this mental problem that I can't control. For a long time, I was on medicine that didn't really work with my genetics, and I didn't have anything that I could use. So I started utilizing the things around me. So my family that I have here, my animals, literally anything that I could do to take my mind off of it, that's what I try to do and just guide it in a sense of direction. instead of just thinking, oh, everything's wrong. But once I understood what was actually happening in my brain, it made it a little less scary. And anxiety doesn't always make sense, but there's always a reason behind it. You just have to figure it out and try to go into a different pattern. So thank you for listening to my presentation, and I look forward to hearing y'all's.